Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Deb Dutcher, Boomer Dating Coach, and I'm all about helping the boomer gal who wants to find someone great meet her Mr. Adorable. So for part of that, I run a meetup, and it's called Boomer-Gals-Date-Online. Just go to meetup.com. I'll put it in the notes. Meantime, each week on Monday nights, we get together and I share with them a topic, kick it off, and then we just have a round table. So you're welcome to join us. It's free. Okay, so I'm going to be reading notes because we're doing a recap of a meetup in which we talked about who should and shouldn't date online. And there's 12 points for each. If you want a hard copy, just let me know and I'll need your email and I'll send it to you. Okay, here we go. So who should not use online dating? And if you have 3 of these situations, you probably want to talk to me. 1 is if you're raw. You're coming off of a recent divorce, recently widowed, or you've broken up after a semi-long relationship. You're going to be raw. You should not jump on the dating sites. It can really mess you up. So I encourage you to take a break, step back, do some introspection, get some relaxation, and rebuild. Okay? 2, you should not be on dating sites if you're unclear as to what you want. Like me, the first time at 51, I sat there going, oh, who wants me? And that's not the way to date online, especially nowadays. Number 3, if you find it hard to say no, because you will be vulnerable to the scammers and the losers. 4, if you think all men on the sites are scammers, they're not. There's great guys out there. I'm coaching a bunch of them. 5, if you're shut down and emotionally stuck and you just don't feel you can let anyone in, please don't get on the dating sites. 6, if you're ignorant and uninformed of how online dating works, because that's going to get you in trouble, and they're all different. That's one reason you should get in touch with me, look at my website, get on one of the courses. Okay. 7, if you're petrified of online dating, you believe all the scary stories and that's all you know and you think it's just a big, potentially risky situation, please don't get into online dating. Okay? Number 8, if you're out of practice for dating at all, and so many of us are, and so let's take a break and learn about what it's going to be like to date at this age. Okay? 9, if you're easily defeated. So if you can't bounce back, you're not going to like online dating because you literally have to bounce back every day. Okay? 10, if you have poor self-esteem. Again, let's get you built up. Let's help you find your Ms. Adorable and not be worried about how you're going to be received. Number 11, if you have no support network. I didn't have one. Family and friends were not doing online dating. They didn't know what the heck it was all about, and they sure didn't hear about it or want to hear about it from me. Number 12, if you don't have time. If you can't set aside enough time to do the searches, at least an hour a day, and respond to people, and if you don't have time to go out and actually date, then why are you looking? Stay off of online dating. So that's the first set of 12 who shouldn't date online. Now let's talk about who should date online. And you can get there going through my course or talking to me, but these are the things I believe you need to have. 1, a strong self-image. Absolutely. 2, resilient. You never give up. Samurai code. Knock down 7 times, get up 8. 3, you need to be brave and adventurous because that's what it takes to date online successfully. And 4, you should be willing to trust your instincts. If you don't think you can spot scammers and handle them, and you don't have the instincts to know when someone is good for you or not, you shouldn't be online dating. 5, you need to love meeting new people because that's what it's all about. 6, you need to believe there are still good guys out there. 7, you need to be willing to take some chances and get back out there. 8, you need to accept there is not a 100% perfect match and be okay with that. And 9, you have to be open to late in life romance because most guys are going to want intimacy. And if you don't, please don't try to online date. There's very few guys out there that are going to want to just be friends. Okay? And 10, desire a real connection. an exclusive committed relationship, a lot of guys want that. You also can decide, I just want to fool around. And that's fine too. Hang out with the guys who want to fool around. 11, have a good idea of what you want and don't want in a partner. I had literally sorting questions so long, but they varied, determined by the profile I was looking at and also by the current situation I was in and what I was looking for. And 12, be able to articulate and communicate in writing and verbally and be comfortable, because that's what you're going to have to do. Okay, that's the list of who should and shouldn't date online. And now let's look at the questions and answers that we had in our group. So question, how do you keep going through the dating grind, retaining happy joie de vivre? For me, it's all about being able to release, visualize, and recharge. Just let the bad stuff go, visualize what I want, and find a way to recharge my batteries. You have to constantly restore your inner peace and happiness with visualization and affirmations. So here's what I'm going to teach you. This is one I used to get through my first divorce and then my second cycle of dating online at 69 to 70. So I look in the mirror, I take a couple of deep breaths, I stare at myself, and I say, I am beautiful, I am loving, I am lovable, I am worthy of love, I am adorable, I'm adored, I'm loved, I'm love. And if you repeat that until you believe it, it took me having to do it morning, noon, and night, 4 to 6 times each, before I knew I could get back out there. Don't feel bad if it takes you a while, because you're reprogramming yourself, okay? Another question. What if you are in a marginally unacceptable relationship and it is hard to let go of what you have? And my answer is get brave. Just get back out there, make room for something new. Know you are worthy of more, okay? The next question. What if you're about ready to give up because you're not meeting who you want? And my response is be patient and hold out for what you want. You can switch dating sites. If you're stuck on a dating site for too long, that's part of the problem. I recommend you not let yourself get trapped into long-term contracts. It's kind of like if they don't have a decent crop of guys, why should you hang out and pay for a year? You should be able to move around. So buy the shortest term contract that you're comfortable with. Now, what if you're about ready to give up, not meeting who you want? We just went over that. Be patient, hold out for what you want, because the more you put yourself out there, the more chances you have to attract your Mr. Adorable. And here's the chant I use. Some will, some won't. Some do, some don't. So what? Who's next? What if you're newly widowed or divorced and you've not dated in years? My first comment back to you is you need to get savvy, prepped, ready, and aware before you get back out there. And that's why I wrote my course. And that's why I run the Meetup. So look in the comments. Get in touch with me if you want a copy of this list and the Q&A. Join us on the next one every Monday, 5:30, meetup.com/boomer-gals-date-online. Okay, let's get you back out there. Mwah!